Hi, my name is Paul J, and I'd like to take you through some terrific results achieved by a very specialised team called Service Excellence, whose task was to implement ITIL, KCS and ISO 20000 governance processes into a large blue-chip financial services company based in Sydney, Australia. This presentation was performed in 2008 at the National ITSMF Conference in Canberra, Australia. And since then, we've had the opportunity to present this in numerous different forums. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to share it with you also. I've removed the name of the blue chip company, but if you're interested, how about you visit me on my LinkedIn site and have a look at my employment history. This is part 4 of a presentation that has 11 parts in total, but this part is what we would consider the gem. It's where we have a look at the IT Financial Planner Service Desk results. It's an 8-year journey with some fantastic results. So let's have a look at them. Before we start, let's have a quick overview of the Financial Planner IT Service Desk. The Service Desk structure is broken down into 4 specialty streams, and it's responsible for first and second level support. First level support handles inbound calls and has a 20-minute limit. Any calls that cannot be resolved in the first 20 minutes are then escalated through to second level, where they will make an outbound phone call and try to resolve the issue. Any calls that are not resolved by the second level on the service desk are then escalated through to the third level production support areas. Third level production support areas will then escalate through to fourth level development areas. Now, depending on the contract or the type of service, the service desk can either escalate directly through to external suppliers as well as the third and the fourth level support areas.
Firstly, they are the single point of call for IT support for financial planners. There is about 35 committed full-time staff to support who take around about 100,000 calls per year. The size of the customers, which includes financial planners and their staff, is estimated to be around 12,000. And the service desk currently supports over 40 applications.
The best way to demonstrate the results achieved by the Financial Planner IT Service Desk is by using a graph. The bottom axis of this graph represents each year that the results were recorded. So these results span 8 years, starting in the year 2000 and finishing in the year 2008. The yellow line at the top of the graph indicates the number of years in which the ITIL processes were implemented. And due to continual improvement, we expect that this line continue on throughout the years. So we started our ITIL journey just at the end of 2001. The green line represents the journey in which we implemented KCS. KCS stands for Knowledge Centered Support, and we started our journey for KCS around about midway through the year 2005. And like ITIL, KCS is also subject to the continual improvement process. On the right hand side of this graph are percentages that start from 0 to 100%. The blue line represents the planner satisfaction scores achieved each year. These metrics are received from annual surveys in which the planners are asked to rate the quality of the service provided by the IT service desk. These metrics indicate the percentage of financial planners who rated our service good, very good, or excellent. Now, financial planners actually pay for our service via a percentage of their commissions that they receive. And in the year 2000, it was clear by these figures that they felt they were not getting value for money. You can see in the year 2000 to the year 2002, less than 20% of planners considered our service to be good, very good, or excellent. This means that 80% of financial planners considered our service to be poor or unsatisfactory. Now, these results were a considerable wake-up call for the newly appointed IT support manager named Steve Miller. And it was around this time when Steve was attending a regional financial planner conference that he was requested to sit in a room, and one by one the financial planners in that area told him what they thought of his service. Now that was what I call pressure. And in those days, it was not uncommon to receive bills from financial planners charging us for the downtime they suffered because of poor IT services and IT support. So it was clear to us that our customers were not very happy. But Steve Miller, being one of the few ITIL masters in Australia at that time, gathered his troops together, sent them on formal ITIL training courses, and over the next 2 years implemented the ITIL processes, having some fantastic results. By the year 2005, an external benchmark placed our IT service desk in the top 10% in Australia and New Zealand for ITIL process maturity. The customer satisfaction scores skyrocketed to over 80% in just a few years, and continued this upward trend to over 90% by the year 2008. So in the year 2000, our customers could have been considered adversaries to our service, but by now, in the year 2000, they would now be considered advocates.